Invincible, season 3, episode 5. Obviously we get a little bit more from the relationship of Invincible and Eve. Invincible and Eve, obviously, they're needing a little bit more privacy. Obviously they're getting it on at Mark's mom's house, which is a lot. And Oliver is seeing them fly out the window. Mm-hmm. They need their own space.
They need their own space.
For sure. For sure.
Eve's yeah, I just a little fast. Just up in there laying all down. She faking like she's just in the neighborhood. She yawning, morning breath, walking in the front door.
Disgusting.
She a little beside herself.
Yeah.
A little beside herself. Definitely comes from an undermelanated household. Because I know, girl, are you just over here shacking up at my house?
Right.
Different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
So that leads them to figuring out how exactly they're going to pay for a place on their own.
Which is crazy to think about, that they just be out there risking their lives for the GDA and don't get paid.
No benefits.
Like, I was just assuming that they did have, like, some sort of fund going. How do you get away with using their services that way and, like, not giving them anything in return? Like, how did they never ask? No one asked themselves that? Like, when they were asking, like, how are we going to get paid? I'm like, duh, all the money that you made from the GDA. You saved the world like 20 times over by now. You have to have had some money from that, right? Wrong.
No, they don't got no 401k set up. They don't got no health benefits.
Wrong. Absolutely not. They broke a Sam Wilson out here.
Crazy. Insane. Okay, so that leads us to the prison that she goes to start her security business, which is called Invincible.
Damn, how you even get this meeting with the warden?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, especially as a
how did you
college student.
She like, okay, I'll just make up this fake security firm called Invincible, and I'll somehow get this meeting with the with the warding of a super prison.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, that was a convenient plot, I suppose, but
now at this prison is Duplicate's brother, Multiple.
Duplicate and Multiple is crazy.
Absolutely crazy, but of course. So he has been trying to break his own self out, which is crazy in and of itself, because I'm of the thought that if he multiplies, he feels the feelings that all of them
I think he
feel.
does. He experiences the deaths. He's just a little bit more jaded to it. He's a little bit more closed off to it than Kate is. Kate feels it also emotionally. Like, it's like she's dying over and over again. He kills them things. You can notice a difference in how Kate uses them and how Paul uses their multiples. Kate uses them as like soldiers. She'll deploy them to fight. Paul uses them as just like fodder. Yeah. Like just distraction. Like I'll just multiply hundreds of you inside of this small room and watch all of you just burst until the doors come off the hinges.
Which is so crazy.
It's sick. It's sick. I couldn't see Kate doing something like that.
No. And I can't understand it from the sake of...
It's very grotesque.
You're hurting yourself to basically burst out, but crazy. Okay, so we're going back to Titan. Titan has basically gotten rid of Machine Head by getting him arrested in the previous season, I believe. And so now he's kind of running things...
no, that was season 1. Remember when Battle Beast ran into Mark and
yes. Okay,
shit got scary. Shit got crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Yikes. So, now that he's running things, the city is doing really well. There's not
thriving,
rampant crime everywhere. And he seems to take a lot of pride in that, especially since it's the place that his family is growing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kind of wants to keep things that way. Unfortunately, his crime family is being overlooked by the Order. That's the name of it, right? The Order?
Yeah, and the lockjaw guy, the Asian guy, my boss, he's the leader of the Order right now. Yeah, so they're putting pressure on him to get Multiple out. And so he's kind of dealing with the pressures of being the top guy now. And with that, he's doing some maneuvering. He's obviously not running things like Machine Head, but he's trying to go about it in a way that, kind of minimizes the bloodshed. Most frustrating part about all this, I'm not going to lie, I saw it in the beginning. I'm like, oh my God, Mark is either going to kill or put dude in jail with his damn shit that he got going on right now. His
I thought
fucking,
that would play a little part into this, but
and he definitely not for lack of trying. It wasn't for lack of trying. Every time he turned around, no matter what this man said to him, it's just so funny how he rationalizes things in his head when he sees the need to get to an ends, right? But then when other people present him similar type of when other people present similar logic, he can't get there. Like he's telling him, like, man, look, the schools is running normally. There's no drugs. There's no crime. Like, I'm keeping things in order. You want me here, not Machine Head. You know exactly what the city looked like when Machine Head was running it.
yeah.
Right? Help me figure out a way to get this. No, you're going to jail. Come on, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Mark, when the F did you become police? When the F did you become president, mayor? When did anybody elect you to decide who goes to prison and not? When did you get ordained that you here to stop crime? Do you actively see a crime going on right now? Is there an alien for you to fight? Is there some natural disaster we need you to save us from? Who made you the moral arbiter of everywhere? You gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail. Somebody need to break their foot off in Mark's ass.
But the other thing is, it made sense when it was the guys who stole the Declaration of Independence, because he was trying to get them out of his hair because he was on a date. In this case, there's no like thing that's got pressure on him. He's just looking at this very black and white for no reason.
It's moral grandstanding. It's more, I'm not my dad. I'm not Omni-Man. I just, went against my own moral code and helped Omni-Man, get his other planet and other family saved.
Yeah.
It's just very doing a figure eight with his logic right now, bending himself into an absolute pretzel. Yeah, it's always convenient for him, but then for other people, it's like, no, you're a murderer. No, you're a bad guy. Jail, bad jail. It's straight like that.
Yeah.
Which very, very much so interests me in his next encounter with Viltrumites, right? Because it can go one of several ways, but if one of them ends up being with him having to relent or work with Viltrum, how he stumbles upon that conclusion.
Yeah.
How he gets there, because right now there is no rationale where he should work with another Viltrumite other than his dad. With how he's projecting, with what he's given off, what he's told us is his true moral code. So it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we kind of fast forward a little bit to, the head of the order wanting Multiple out because that seems to be his best assassin. So he goes to the prison to break him out. Mm-hmm. And that obviously brings everything kind of together, in which I don't even understand how Machine Head, I know obviously he got out. So did Multiple, because Kate didn't see him, get out from that situation.
Right.
I don't understand how, I guess just Machine Head breaking out means he's back in position.
That was the deal they made.
Okay.
When Titan went back to the prison to help him with all of that Multiple shit, they set that up so that the only reason why Machine Head would be interested in putting any of this in motion for him is because he would hand him the seat back, and he would hand him the what is it, the council?
Okay. Because I think maybe when I saw them in the prison together, obviously he went to visit him. Maybe I just didn't get the sense that they had came to a ultimate decision on it.
He tells him, look, either just lay down for dude and beg it for his forgiveness, or watch everybody die. Mm-hmm. He tells him, like, man, look, I already know where I'm at. And he says it in so many words, right? What he actually says is, you still think I'm a stupid thug that was sitting on your side all that time. That's how I beat you, right? Like, in other words, you don't understand. I'm giving you an out. I'm giving you whatever it is you want. Make this happen for me, right? And then Machine Head responds and says, like I said, they don't know how to take care of a guy like me in here. So that is your payment. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So
maybe I wasn't really paying attention to how he said that last part.
Yeah, I think that was the point of it, was like, all right, You still not getting me. You're not understanding me. I'm trying to do business. What do you want to make this work? Yeah. Hey, look, get me out of here. Boom. He gets his spot back. Now how that ended up playing after the fact, after all that went down, where Titan is able to keep the city and disconnect himself from the council. That's pretty huge. Yeah, that's pretty huge. I didn't necessarily see that coming. So hopefully we'll got more to come of Titan.
For sure. Yeah, no, definitely a villain in this case that I'm enjoying seeing.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that.
I'll go with anti-hero.
Yeah, for sure. Now, obviously, the last thing we see is the fact that the head of the order is still...
not the council.
Yeah. He's still alive. So, like, what is this going to mean?
I kind of hate that. I hate that that's their thing now. Like, we got what we think was Angstrom in the beginning of the season. The Maulers have died and not died a million times. Now we've got, obviously the Dragon guy and his henchmen. Now, it's one thing if the Dragon guy didn't die. You would think he'd have some kind of contingency. But they dropped Homeboy from like 1,000 feet in the air. Huh? Yeah. And he had nothing but a broken arm. All right, come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, I guess that goes to what the dragon said, which was like, I'm made of, something that could never really, I guess, be
okay, cool. Him. That's him. Not the human that was holding you that I dropped out of, the lower parts of the stratosphere. Don't know what we...
And maybe they just thought he didn't have any power, but he's the one with the regenerative power to bring...
That's a whole lot that you asking me to just know and accept,
For sure.
It's a whole lot you just asking me for on that point. Mark and Eve decided not to get their place. Mm-hmm. Again, I think we're starting to see little baby fractures. They was on the right track. Y'all was doing what we're moving too fast. That's cold feet. It's cold feet. Mm-hmm. Y'all grown. You're superheroes, so you're putting your families in jeopardy by being around them so much, right? Y'all fucking in y'all's parents' houses.
And
so
they clearly know.
Right? Like, dog, it's time. Y'all was on the right track. All of this stuff now, my decision making, I really should have helped Titan. Yeah, you should have. Meanwhile, she egging him on the whole time. No, it would have drug you down. It would have been wrong, Mark. He get the call from the prison. Titan was right. Well, we all make mistakes. That's why we're here. You led him to that decision. God. You told him that decision was sound. Led him right to it. Now it's we all make mistakes. I'll be here for you. Better own that decision 50-50. I think that it was more so the prison situation than what was real. I think them being away from their families while they're in the kind of work that they're in is reasonable. I think it's actually likely. I think it's what they probably should be doing.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to continue with this relationship further, but it's only a matter of time before someone shows up again and things happen. So excited about that. The fact that you don't know is just so funny to me, but we'll keep it that way. Anyway, any other thoughts on episode 5? We got 8 episodes or 10 episodes?
Probably 10.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hoping for 10. Yeah. Mark still being an insufferable asshole. Oliver showed his human side this episode. He's acting like a kid.
We forgot about that. Yeah,
it's positive. He didn't kill the bullies. Didn't kill the bullies. We saw Debbie with her hair down. That was first time ever.
Yeah.
Rex and old girl.
Rex and homegirl decided to have a little dinner.
Yep. So Rex has his now third girlfriend off of the Guardian / TNT.
Which, I mean, she seems to be warming up to it.
That boy Rex getting down, boy.
That's a fact.
He had Kate, first he had Eve. Yeah. Then he had Duplicate. Mm-hmm. Then he ran it back with Big Little Girl. Little Big Girl.
Yikes.
So yeah, man. Rex doing his thing, man. Y'all think Immortal done had a lot of wives. Wait till you get a load of Rex.
Yikes. There seem to be 8 episodes here.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Only 6, 7, 8. Yep, 3 episodes left.
Yep. That was quick.
Ew.
I mean, they seem to be
Maybe they're going to add more at a later. No, probably not because they've already.
Well, at least they want to see. They seem to want to, post once every year. Post is weird. Put out new episodes once every year now. Hopefully, they stick to that. So,
well, we shall see. Give us your thoughts on episode 5 of Invincible down in the prompt below. Like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for episode 6 review.
Absolutely. Make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we're going to be covering the rest of the season. But also make sure you check out the playlist. We've been reviewing since the first season. So, yeah, make sure you check out the playlist and see what we thought about previous episodes. Peace.